like a battery. I'm staying charged on my feet. I'm like a factory.
How you doing, guys? Welcome to ZukaTube. Today, I'm going to be reviewing Moon Knight Season 1. This just came out on Disney+. This is their newest hero they're introducing. They just started introducing episodes March 30th of this year. There's only 6 episodes. They're about 25 minutes a pop. Now, the summary they give here is Stephen Grant and mercenary Mark Spector investigate the mysteries of the Egyptian gods from inside the same body. I'll get into this a little bit after I play this trailer here. I'll also play a few clips and things like that. I'll give you my review, and we'll do some spoilers at the end, right? Now, let's get right into this trailer. Now, I gotta say, they do a good job on the trailers.
I have a sleeping disorder. I can't tell the difference between my waking life and dreams.
Now, this is Stephen talking. He's got this British accent. Day and night. They use that song for so many movies and shows. He must make a ton of money off that.
You're bloody useless, Stevie.
Stephen. I can't tell the difference between life and dreams.
Thank you.
So they got some spooky wooky factors.
Hope you find it.
Thanks.
Ooh, his phone's ringing. Spooky.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're alive. What's wrong with you, Mark?
Yeah, Mark,
Why
what's
did
wrong
call
with you?
me Mark.
Mark.
It must be very difficult. The voice in your head. There's chaos in you.
Ethan Hawke's character's not too bad. He's the bad guy.
Embrace the chaos.
Embrace the chaos. Ooh, spooky. Cool outfit. All right. So, now basically with this character, they show in this that basically Stephen Grant, this very like Cockney, I say that because he's like got a Cockney accent, right? But this guy is just like a ridiculous sad puppy who is reduced to a, souvenir shop worker at a museum, when Stephen Grant in the comics is more like a Bruce Wayne style, like, billionaire playboy kind of character. And he doesn't really know what's wrong with him. He thinks he sleepwalks, but he's got multiple personality disorder, and he's got another identity, Mark Spector. And basically, you see this character go back and forth throughout this and try to figure out what's going on with him and the other identity within him. And at the same time, he's finding out things that are going on in relation to the Egyptian gods. He starts to be haunted by a Egyptian moon god named Khonshu, who you find out has basically used him as a vessel, and he becomes the avatar for him, and that's how he gets the suit and becomes Moon Knight. And then you see Ethan Hawke's character, who is the vessel for Amit, which is another Egyptian god, and basically he's trying to gain power and release that god's true power and kind of take over and kind of judge everybody on a large scale and create a new world, right? And he's starting to investigate himself, having battles within himself and all that. And there's another character called Layla, who's like the love interest, who I will get into in a bit as when I get into my pros and cons of my review aspect, right? But basically, it's a 6-episode series, short episodes. It's nothing crazy. It's strictly origin stuff mostly, and then one basic villain battle type deal. They got some cool spooky wooky stuff. I'm gonna play a little clip of that you see in the trailer. I'll play another clip right here. Cool stuff, when he's running and freaking out. You see Khonshu's coming after him. And then, just an old lady. Oh my goodness. Reminds me of that Shyamalan movie, Elevator, right? Is that what it was called? Or Devil. Devil. That was it, I think.
Hey.
You alright?
Fine, thank you.
Yeah, and he's in total bitch mode all the time. Stephen Grant is a beta. So, yeah, there's a lot of that. But then on top of it, when you do get like the very little bit of Moon Knight that you will get, and I'll talk a little bit about that. His costume is very cool looking, and I'll show you a clip here. You see this in the trailer when he's starting to get taken over by the costume and everything. But there's a monster going after him, and then they're duking it out. They don't really show it, of course. But you see, obviously, this thing's getting whooped. Bam. I gotta say, the costume looks really good, but the one thing that's really, really annoying about this is that it's like you get this kind of unbalanced CGI aspect to it, where there's a lot of moments that are, I feel like they kind of drag down because you feel like there's a team of people working on this, and certain people are issued duties for certain scenes, and it's very inconsistent throughout. And I feel like you get that in a lot of the Disney Plus shows through Marvel and everything, where some of the CG is very good, some of it is very poor, and you never know when it's going to happen. It's not like one episode's good, one episode's bad. It kind of flip-flops even throughout the episodes. Now, with that being said, let me just get right to my review here, because I want to give you some pros and cons and some things like that. Now, with my review, I would give this a solid 5 out of 10. And the reason why is I'm gonna call this an overall bait and switch. And they've been doing a lot of things like that, you know, where they advertise a lot in the trailer and make it seem very suspenseful, very character-driven for the main character. And you just don't get that in this. You really, they lose all of that, and they really throw you a bone in the trailer, you know, like, hey, you know, come check all this cool stuff. And then you go and you watch it, and it's not quite what you think. There's, you know, some typical, you know, virtue signaling garbage throughout it. It's a pretty ridiculous woke show, in a sense, you know, if you want to call it that, where the main character, Layla, oh my goodness, like she just gets so much time on screen. She's a hero to both Khonshu and Moon Knight and Stephen Grant and Mark and everybody, and she's a powerhouse and can fight all these, you know, grown men, and she can always solve problems, and she amazes everybody and gets constantly affirmed and complimented throughout the series, and is, of course, like an eligible character or an eligible person for the next Moon Knight. So Khonshu is constantly going after her or using her as leverage, you know, to get Mark to continue to do things. And it's just so agitating throughout this entire series, right? And I'll talk a little bit more about all the different things in the spoiler section. I don't recommend this. This is really a pass. It's very poor. The quality is poor. Like, some stuff is done very well, but again, some of the CGI is so inconsistent, and as well as the writing, like things they just glance over and just don't care about, that I feel they've done them with a lot of their shows. I don't recommend this. I'll give this a 5 out of 10 for sure. Now, with that being said, let's go into the spoilers. Spoilers. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, so at the end, you know, you see the big fight between Amit and Khonshu, and you see Moon Knight fight Harrow, which is Ethan Hawke's character. And then the one thing I gotta say is this is ridiculous in the finale. Literally, like, the first 13 minutes of a 25-minute episode are all about Layla and her story and her origin story, about, you know, her becoming the new Scarlet Scarab, which, mind you, this is what the Scarlet Scarab is supposed to look like, and this is what we get. Not a similar origin in any way, shape, or form, and then they use the typical excuse to throw in your face that she's amazing, can help out, and like pretty much overpower everybody, instantly know all of her abilities and use her suit, and everybody just takes it so lightly. At one point they're at close range shooting at her, she's putting her wings up in front of her torso, and they're just shooting the wings. Are you like out of your mind? Just shoot her legs, shoot her in the face. There's what, 3 of you, 4 of you? This is a joke. And then they even have a moment where a kid comes up, oh my God, are you an Egyptian superhero? And she's like, I am. And they say it, I guess, in Egyptian at that part. Like, it's exhausting. It's stupid. And it's annoying enough of what they've done with Cuckney Stephen Grant, you know. Layla gets her own origin. She saves the main hero twice in his own finale. Like, oh my God. And Stephen Grant is like a dumb, scared puppy, you know. Layla saves Mark, Moon Knight, you know, multiple times, saves Khonshu, and also knows how to re-imprison Amit at the end, and just, you know, everything comes in clutch with that character. Thousands of people get killed by Amit, and like, oh well, similar to Scarlet Witch, you know, she can enslave and you know, hundreds if not thousands of people and make them beg for her to kill them, and oh well, you know, they'll never understand what you've done for them. Their logic is just garbage. Their values are garbage. They show Jake Lockley at the end in a scene, which is pretty cool. But like, he kills a bunch of people in an asylum in broad daylight, and there's still people coming in and out of the asylum casually, and no panic, no nothing. Just whatever, no big deal. There's some cool stuff they do with some of the like Egyptian lore and their plays on things that I do enjoy, but overall I'm just like, I'm tired of these damn shows. You know, this is a shitty 3-hour movie that they broke up into 6 episodes of 25 minutes a pop, that you could have easily took a bunch of crap out of and made it an 1.5-hour movie that would have been mediocre, and you could have released it through Disney Plus. Also, I'm tired of this garbage. I'm gonna give this again a 5 out of 10. I don't recommend this. This is Moon Knight on Disney Plus. Zukatsu out.
Feel like they tracking me. Yo, let me get on one. Not go get your tracks up. Homie, can I steal some? Homie, you can't stack up. My brother, can you shout me? You're barking up the wrong tree. My dog, why do you doubt me? Cause you can't do shit without me.
Real at the radio and never play it, but that's cool. The enemy's supposed to hate it.